Well, hello. This is Rochelle, and thank you for joining me here on the Creative Retreat YouTube channel. I really have found such value in the Creative Retreat monthly kits. It's helping me to dive deeper into the Word of God, and we have such talented girls writing these devotionals, and it really speaks to my heart. And this month's one, oh my goodness, I was just completely undone because I have not been worthy of or waiting worthily at all. So this month's kit was or devotional was written by Erin Davis. It is beautiful. I love the deep green. I love the buffalo plaid, or however you guys call it there in the States. Um, I just it's beautiful, and I was so inspired by the front cover of this devotional, the pattern paper that they use. Sorry, not the front cover, the back cover. And I was trying to decide on what I wanted to use, but that dark background pattern paper just really spoke to me. And so, as I was deciding upon some alpha letters from my past kits to use, the great thing is that I get to use up my stash because obviously here in South Africa we're still waiting for our kits. It would be great to get them really soon. It's going to be like Christmas because there's just going to be a whole lot of kits. So that's exciting. But with the Faithful Digitals that's available in the store from the beginning of this year, it has helped so much that I could still take part of the devotional and the community and all of that it's really been such a blessing, and I want to thank you for having that option available. So I'm using my Faithful Digitals for this week's layout, and first what I'm doing is I'm just kind of using some 3D gloss. You can also use Glossy Accents by Ranger. This is a one by Anita, here locally available. I'm not sure if it's available in the States, but it's the same to or it's similar to the Glossy Accents. And I'm kind of just making some or putting some gloss on top of these little cutouts, the little stickers or pieces from the kit, and making them look a bit puffy and shiny at the same time. So for background, I'm using a very old gelato, a spearmint color, and I'm putting it through a Room 5 graphics stencil. You can use any background stencil for this technique, and some of it will be covered up with the specific thing I'm going to be doing. But you just pretty much need kind of a background, and I was liking the bricks and cracks, and then specifically that clock, that time that was in there, since we're talking about waiting. And goodness gracious, I do not know that if I had been waiting that long, if I would still be serving and seeking and worshiping the Lord like Zachariah and Elizabeth had done. And they were so worthy, to be called for that specific waiting period. They taught those around them so much. And then when the time was right and Jesus was, or Mary was pregnant with Jesus, you see that even Elizabeth and the baby in her tummy kind of responds to that time of life. And I am particularly encouraged by this because all around the world in the time that we're in, there is a form of waiting happening right now. All around the world, we're either waiting for election results to be finalized, or lockdown levels to be lifted or reinstated, or there's just so many things happening that we're kind of waiting for a result for. And in that waiting, we get so impatient at times. I love what Erin Davis says. She says, waiting has a way of squeezing the doubt buried deepest in our hearts right up to the surface and exposing that. And it really, reading through this devotional, absolutely exposed that within my own heart so much. I needed to take a step back and really search my own heart and figure out if my heart is right, if I'm seeking God's hand more than what I'm seeking his face. I need to be seeking God's face instead of just wanting him to do the things that he said he will do. Now, here's the thing about God. He keeps his promises. He is absolutely fulfilling the promises. And that's what Luke 1 says. You know, it says, "Blessed is she who believed that he would fulfill his promises." We we need to get to that place where we understand who God is. In other words, seeking God's face. Understanding who he is. In other words, living for his heart more than what we're living for his hand and seeking his hand in every situation. Like I said, does he still, grab in and fulfill his promises and rescue and heal and give, you know, children when people are barren? Yes, he does. He's in the work of miracles. But we need to quiet down, take a step back, and understand that it is the relationship with him and not the relationship with what he can and will and wants to do for us. And with that, like I said, when we have a relationship with someone, we want to do the things, the blessings, etc., for the people that we are in relationship with. And it like I said, this specific devotional, I was left undone completely because I realized that my fear was totally things focused and not God's heart focused. And I should step back and have the heart of God for people who are lost in a time like this. There are so many people still waiting for promises to be filled and longing, like Zechariah and Elizabeth was. And they, Erin says in this devotional, she says, "What if our waiting is the window that allows us to catch a glimpse of the faithfulness of God?" And in that lies our testimony. At the moment, we are kind of playing a waiting game with my sister's health. And it's incredibly frustrating. And there's lots of tears. And there's longing for an outcome, longing for our will to be done. And God is just not like that. He's giving us this glimpse of his faithfulness, of the 40 years instead of the 17 years that they said she would have. And so for that, I'm truly thankful. I'm thankful for the wait, and I'm thankful that he fulfills his promises. Check out the other girls' videos, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.